Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector Presents. In this week's episode, I'll be presenting the very first Superman radio show. And before you turn off, bear with me. It may be more interesting than it sounds. The Superman radio show started in 1940, only a couple years after Superman debuted, and uh, the name. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. It ran from 1940 to 1951. It had uh like over 2000 episodes, 2088 episodes, something like that. Um and it would sometimes during its run it would run several times a week. It was on different time slots, different radio networks, different uh formats. Um, um it started off with individual episodes, then it went into cliffhangers and had multiple episodes where it told a story over multiple, like during the week, um, when they were doing like 2 or 3 episodes a week, maybe. Uh, there's a more detail if you want to look if you interested in more detail about the changes throughout its history. It's pretty well detailed on Wikipedia, um, and but yeah, it's interesting. It is such a long running show. It didn't stop running until 1951. And of course, the Superman TV show came out in 1952, so that we all have seen the black and white, you know, from the 50s. And so yeah, but this first episode sticks out a little bit because Superman's not in it. the entire the entire storyline takes place on Krypton. It's all Jor-El and Lara deciding to shoot their son off into outer space, and I find that interesting and fascinating a little bit because the name Krypton wasn't even used up until the year before in Superman #1. Um, in 1939. So this came out in 1940, just like a year later after they had just fleshed out the origin story a little bit. Um, and yet the producers of this radio show chose to have the entire first episode take place on Krypton. And so I found that really interesting. Interesting choice. It works. And also, one interesting note is that the voice actress that plays Lara is actually Agnes Moorehead. Yeah, that's right, and Dora from the Bewitched television series. So, just an interesting little side note. Uh, in her career back then, she was the voice of Superman's real mother. um, but before we get into the radio show, I did want to show you a little something here. Um, I had hoped to present something for you to look at while the radio show plays, right? Some video, some pictures, something. Um, so I started playing with AI, and um, I don't know a lot about AI. I don't know how to use it. These are some images that I randomly produced, never really got anywhere with. Um, this one is supposed to be the Hollow Science. That's Jor-El walking in to talk to the other uh, community leaders about the fact that Krypton was about to explode. And yeah, it was a great, really cool piece of art. I thought the AI did pretty good, but it wanted it. I put in the entire radio script transcript from this show, and it came up with some interesting stuff, but nothing that really worked where I could make a movie out of it. I mean, it was to the point where you could make a movie, but I need more to uh I need more to uh, uh I need to have a better understanding of how the AI process works in order to use the tools that it was providing. And this was a free version. It quickly became apparent that the free versions weren't quite up to the task of giving me exactly what I wanted. So, but anyway, this was kind of a cool piece of art. I thought, you guys might want to see. And I put this picture in to use as a reference at one point. Didn't get anything good out of it. It basically came back with Jor-El as his old man, and not really sure why. And it wasn't really getting what I wanted out of that. And then I put in like Alien Planet Explodes because I thought if I could just create a series of images of the story, that would at least give everyone something to look at while they listen to the radio show. And it came up with that. Wasn't real happy with that. That's just some explosion in space, nothing particularly great. And then I put in, exploding planet with a rocket escaping from it, and it's not really exploding. And there's a rocket, but it's weird. And yeah, I see it wasn't quite getting what I wanted. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just take everyone on a tour of Krypton before it explodes, right? And so I looked up some of Krypton's famous landmarks. This is the Rainbow Caverns. Great, really love the colors on this. Thought it looked really cool. I'd much rather look at art created by a person than a computer, but for something like this, it kind of lets me play around. It is fun to play with, a lot of fun to play with. And so, that's what it came up for the Rainbow Cavern. I think I put in like on an alien planet, there's a rainbow cavern, and that's what it came up with. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. So I tried another one. I wanted to see the fire falls, right? They're supposed to have fire fall, they're water or falls that are made of fire on Krypton. And I thought, well, I typed in that first one worked pretty good. So I typed in on an alien planet, there are waterfalls made of fire. And this is what it created. Not really what I was looking for. This is more of what we call a firefall here on Earth, where it's just the reflection of the sunlight, making it look like the water's golden colored, kind of. But still pretty cool looking slide. And then I thought, well, there's Crystal Mountains, right? There's a Crystal Mountain range or something. And I tried 2 or 3 different versions of this, typing it in until I got this one that was like, okay, I can live with that one. Not exactly what I wanted, but still pretty cool looking. And then there's a gold volcano right on Krypton, right? So there's this. I typed in like on an alien planet there is a volcano spewing gold, and this is what it came up with. Not sure what that egg thing's supposed to be at the top, but it was pretty cool. I was like, okay, yeah, that could be an exploding or a volcano, gold volcano on Krypton. I can live with that. So and then I got back to when I saw those, I was like, okay, well, let me try again on creating scenes for the actual program, right? So I put this panel in from Superman #1 as a reference for a rocket escaping from an exploding planet. And it gave me this. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay. And that was the last pretty good image I got out of it. When I tried to do something with the Hall of Science and so forth, I mean, I had that first image, but I couldn't get back to that model of what it looked like and stuff. And so anyway, yeah, these are kind of cool. I had fun making them, but not quite what, couldn't quite make what I wanted to make. This one's looking cool. I think if I had more time, if I had 6 months, I'd probably know how to do this. But that was pretty much it. There is one more image that didn't really quite fit what I was going for, but it was too cute not to include. And what I did was I just put in, I think when I first started, I put in baby in space just to see what it would show me. And there you have baby Kal-El on his way to Earth. So pretty cool. Anyway, I am gonna like run through these slides as we go through the show, just kind of show them over and over, so there's at least some kind of an image on the screen as you listen to the very first Superman radio show from 1940, The Baby from Krypton.
Boys. Here, civilization is far advanced. It has brought forth a race of supermen, men and women like ourselves, but advanced to the absolute peak of human perfection. As we near Krypton, we see high walls and gleaming turrets. We approach the magnificent Temple of Wisdom, and there in a great hall, Jor-El, Krypton's foremost man of science, is about to address a meeting of the planet's governing council.
Attention! Attention, gentlemen! Jor-El speaks. Members of the council, I have completed my solar calculations, and much as I dread uttering these words, I have come to the conclusion Krypton is doomed.
Did I hear him right?
Gentlemen! Gentlemen! Gentlemen, hear him out. These internal quakes we've been experiencing, these volcanic eruptions, tidal waves, gas escaping from giant craters, all point to only one thing, gentlemen. Krypton is utterly and finally doomed. One moment, gentlemen. One moment. There is no cause for anxiety. I am certain Jor-El has made a mistake. True, we have had a few minor quakes and eruptions, but nothing very serious. There must be some error in your calculations, Jor-El. No, there is no error, Ozan. I only wish there were. The sun is gradually drawing Krypton closer to it. Within a month, possibly only a week, the gravitational pull will be so tremendous that Krypton will not be able to weather the strain. And then our planet will explode like a giant bubble, destroying every living thing on it. Gentlemen, assuming for the moment, Jor-El, that what you say is true, how are we to avoid it? What can we do to stop it? There is only one way. As you all know, I have been working on a spaceship designed for interplanetary travel. With time and united effort, we might transport the entire population of Krypton to another world. Impossible. Where would we go? To the Earth. My studies tell me the atmosphere of the Earth is very nearly the same as our own. You have been working too hard, Jor-El. You need a rest. Believe me, we have the utmost respect for your knowledge and integrity. But this is carrying it too far. Planets as large as Krypton do not explode, Jor-El.
Wait! Do you hear that, gentlemen? It's the forewarning of doom. Every moment is precious now. Clicks like that are sounding the death knell of Krypton. It will happen, gentlemen, and happen soon. When the last great eruption comes...
When it comes, Jor-El, it shall find all of us ready. If Krypton is to die, we shall die with it. The parting would be much too severe.
Very well. Laugh if you like, Roseanne, and you members of the council. I have no time to laugh. My wife, Lara, and my infant son are dear to me. It is not my wish to stand by and see them destroyed. Laugh, all of you. But a time will come, and that time is perhaps very close at hand, when you will wish you had heeded the words of Jor-El. Now you think me a fool. But remember what I have said, gentlemen. When Krypton is shattered into 1,000 million stars, when the glorious civilization we have built is no more, when you and your families are swept from the face of Krypton like dust.
Order, gentlemen. Order. You have heard Jor-El speak. Is it your wish that we devote time and money to the building of spaceships for the transportation of Krypton's population to another planet? No! I'm sorry, Jor-El. The Council has spoken.
Yes, and signed the death warrants of every living thing on Krypton. Well, I've done my best to convince you. Now all that remains for me is to proceed with my own means of salvation, my own spaceship, to save the lives of those near and dear to me. As for the rest of you, may the gods have mercy on your souls.
Lara, I can see you.
I came out to take the air on the terrace. It's been terribly hot all day. Is that because we're being drawn to the sun, Jor-El?
Yes.
What did the council have to say about that?
I didn't mention it.
Is the model of your spaceship almost finished?
Yes, I just drove the last rivet. How does it look?
Splendid. But will it work?
That remains to be seen. If it does work, I shall immediately begin construction of another just like it, only much larger. One big enough to carry all three of us to another world.
Jor-El, when will that be? Every moment that we spend waiting and wondering...
Yes, I know, Lara. It's been hard on all of us, and particularly hard on you. How is the boy?
Sleeping, Jor-El. That quake this afternoon frightened him, but he's all right now. Can't you come in and look at him? You scarcely see him these days, what with working all hours on the spaceship model.
It can't be helped, dear. I'm racing against time. Right now, I'm anxious to know whether the model will behave as I hope.
How does it operate?
Very simply. When all is ready, I throw this switch. That closes the circuit, and electric energy builds up pressure in the atomic generators. Then, at the final moment, the pressure forces the ship from its carrier and speeds it on its way.
But where does it go?
Wherever it's pointed. This one I'm directing to the planet Earth.
Earth? What is that, Jor-El?
A planet smaller than our own, situated on the other side of the sun. It's inhabited by a race of people similar to ourselves.
Like ourselves?
Well, only partly, of course, my dear. They're about the same size, but nowhere nearly as developed. Very weak and helpless, and with all their faculties extremely limited.
How do you mean?
It's something like this. You know how far you step when you want to go somewhere?
Practically as far as I want. Why, one step takes me to Brata's house near the fountain.
Exactly. Well, down where I'm sending this spaceship, it's quite different. An Earthman steps only 3 feet at a time at most, and everything else is in proportion.
And that's where we're going? Oh, how dreadful.
My dear, which would you rather do? Go to Earth and live, or stay on Krypton and die?
I'll do anything you say, Jor-El, anything. It doesn't matter to me whether we live or die as long as we're together. It's only the boy I worry about.
Yes, I know. Oh, Lara, darling, don't worry. He'll be saved.
When are you testing the spaceship model?
In the morning. Just as dawn breaks, I'll send it on its way, watching its flight through a high-powered telescope to see whether it lands safely on Earth.
Is Earth the only planet place we can go to, Jor-El?
We couldn't breathe on any other planet but the Earth. It happens to have an atmosphere similar to Krypton's.
I suppose you know best, Jor-El. Are you coming in? It seems to have gotten oppressively hot.
Yes, it has. I wonder. Lara, do you hear that?
Yes, Jor-El. What is it?
Subterranean explosions. Do you feel the ground trembling?
Yes, I do. Jarell, do you think?
Lara, I'm afraid it's come. Where is the boy, Kal-El?
What do you mean?
Get him quickly. This is the end.
Jarell, what can we do?
Nothing. I'm not ready. Oh, what a fool I've been to delay.
It isn't your fault, Jarell. You did all you could.
If only this model were large enough, we could take a chance.
Jarell, would it carry one of us safely to Earth?
Oh, I think so. Lara, where are you going? Stay here with me.
I'm getting Kal-El. If one of us can be saved, Jarell, it should be the boy.
No, Lara, come back. If one must go, it should be you. Lara, I said come back. Come back.
Here he is, Jarell. Still asleep. Goodbye, Kal-El.
Please, Lara.
No, Jarell, listen to me. We both stay here. Kal-El goes in the spaceship. If there is a chance, Jarell, one little chance, I want it for my son.
Maybe you're right, Lara.
Jarell, look. The sky. It's fiery red. The mountains. Look, the mountains are falling in. Jarell, what's happening?
The end of Krypton, Lara. Just as I foretold. This is the last great quake.
Jarell, listen. Explosions.
Here, quick, give me the boy.
Kal-El. What are you doing, Jarell?
Opening the door, putting him inside.
Jarell! The house is swaying! It's breaking apart! Look, Jarell!
There, he's safe inside. Now for the switch. Stand back, Lara.
Oh, Jarell, will he reach the Earth?
Only the gods know. But there's a chance. The only chance. Stand back now, Lara. I'm going to throw the switch.
Jarell, it's getting dark. I can't see. What happened?
Fire. Smoke from the center of the planet. Not much time now.
Hold me, Jarell. Has the spaceship gone?
No, not yet. Waiting for pressure. We may have been too late. If it doesn't work up soon... Wait! Lara! It's off! It's on its way!
Jarell, where are you?
Here beside you, Lara. Listen, can you hear me? Our boy, Kal-El. Our son, Lara. He's on his way. On his way to Earth.
Kal-El!
So the tiny rocket ship roars into the uncharted heavens as the mighty planet of Krypton explodes into millions of glowing fragments, glittering stars to remain forever in the night sky. Jor-El and Lara, devoted parents of the tiny boy, perish in the giant quake that destroys Krypton. But what of the rocket ship? Does it reach the Earth? Does it find its mark in all the far-flung darkness of space? Remember, don't miss the next installment of Superman.
And there you have it, the first episode of the Adventures of Superman radio show, 1940. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of those. I don't know if I would have that much to talk about, so I might just post more of them as something to listen to without doing commentary on them or whatever. But fun stuff. And interesting. I found it interesting. And I hope you did too. See you next time, and thanks for watching.